What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day. Where have we been at? Where have we been at? What have we been up to? And why isn't this thing built out yet? I have a lot of those answers for you, and I kind of want to get into it so you guys know where we've been. And I know I only have like 70 subscribers, but I love all of you, and thank you so much for even being subscribed to me. So the last video that I put out was a video of me talking about this ambulance going to the mechanic again, so that way they can validate the work that the previous mechanic had done on this truck. The work that they did on the transmission, I wasn't confident on. Whenever I got this vehicle back from Route 11 Automotive down there in Harrisonburg, Virginia, I wasn't really confident about it. I paid for them to put in a reliable transmission that had no defects to it. And they said, yeah, everything's fine. So then what happens? I get up here and I hear noises and I hear sounds. And I'm like, you know what? Something doesn't seem right. I got to check this out. So what did I do? I called another mechanic around here, and that mechanic said, sure, bring in the vehicle. We'll take care of it and we'll see what's going on. I said, great. So I called them September 19th, 23. And I let them know, hey, I need your soonest appointment that I can bring this vehicle in, so that way you can look over this mechanic's work that they did on this vehicle on the transmission. I need to know every single thing going on with this transmission, because this is all for a warranty, situation. They said, okay, no problem. The soonest we can get you in is October 2nd. I said, okay, October 2nd it is. I will see you there. So I bring it to him October 2nd. I go into the service area and I let this guy know, like, hey, I'm bringing this vehicle here because of the warranty situation, and I want to make sure that I got a good transmission and, a value for the money that I paid for it. And this guy said, sure, okay, we'll get you taken care of. Your service advisor is going to be this. I said, perfect. Okay. So I rely on the service advisor, and I, again, relay the same information to them because I want them to know I need to know exactly what's going on. I need to know what condition the vehicle is in. And I need to know, because this company gave me a warranty on the work that they did, but I needed to be able to validate the work that they did, or they needed to fix the work that was done, so that way the other mechanic pays for it and I get what I paid for, and we're all good. Anyway, the mechanic that I sent it to had it for a very long time. And then I kept on having to call and be like, hey, how's everything going? Oh, well, there's, we haven't done this, or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, just please do it as quick as possible. And then I get a call one day, and I get a call from one of the guys there say, hey, everything looks great. We don't really hear any sounds, and we don't really see anything. I said, okay, so everything looks good that they did? And they said, yeah. And I said, oh, okay, great. All right, I'll come and pick up the vehicle as soon as I can. Awesome. So I felt good that Route 11 Automotive was did a good job, and I felt like, okay, I can finally relax a little bit. Now it's time for me to and I can actually trust that Route 11 Automotive did me right. So I thought. I go and pick up the vehicle, and this is where things get hairy. I go and pick up the vehicle, and I'm sitting there checking out, and I'm like, hey, is my service advisor here? No. I said, okay, I kind of wanted to talk to him. He said he was going to be here today, whatever. I go back, and they take me out to the vehicle, and the guy already has the vehicle started. I said, okay. And he hands me the paperwork after I pay. And I'm looking over this as I'm walking out, and I'm saying, hey, listen, he never told me that there was leaking on the transmission. Because on this invoice, I had paid for a super diagnostic done. And that was to acknowledge every single part on this vehicle, on the transmission, to acknowledge everything that's wrong with it, acknowledge every part that's on the transmission, and give me a valid breakdown on everything that needs to be fixed. That's what I paid for. I read on there that they didn't drive the vehicle. I read on there that they only did a visual inspection. And I also read on there that there was leaking on the transmission that was present. None of this was communicated to me whenever I sent it to the second mechanic. And they gave me the invoice saying all this, okay? First and foremost, they gave me the information saying all this on the invoice. So they didn't tell me any of that was on the invoice, and I was concerned. So I got the vehicle back here, and I immediately looked under the vehicle. The vehicle is raining from underneath the transmission. Like raining. There's puddles, little puddles, rain driplets of transmission fluid. And I'm like, all right, this is nothing that was communicated to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, like, this is huge, right? You can't just tell me that everything is fine, and then I come and pick up a vehicle that is clearly not fine. Especially when your discovery was going to be the reason why this other mechanic validated my warranty that I had with them, because I was challenging the work that they did. Yeah, this is bonkers, right? So what happens? I keep on calling back and forth. And I'm like, hey man, you need to talk to your manager about this, because this is something that I'm not cool with. Here's why. And I've broken it down for you several times, but you yourself told me that everything was okay. I want to know why and how you ended up feeling like everything was okay and being the service advisor that handled it, right? So I didn't feel like it was all right. So he's like, I think I need to get my manager in this. So I was like, you know what? I think you're right. So the manager gets on the phone, very nice person, and they're like, hey, I know that you said you've been calling back and forth with them. I'm going to go and, listen to the phone recordings. I said, perfect. Go and listen to the phone recordings, because nothing was told to me about any leaks going on with the transmission, and this is everything going on. She was like, you know what? Let's start over. Let's start over. We want to get you back in. We're going to figure out everything going on with this transmission, and we're going to give you a courtesy car while you wait for it. And we'll start from there. I said, perfectly fine. Because at this point, they know that they're the reasons why my warranty wasn't being validated. And they also know that all the correspondence that I had is recorded, and she validated it for me. So now we're good. We're just sitting here waiting to send this thing back to that other mechanic. So that way, because they're owning up to it, they let me know, like, hey, we dropped the ball. We're going to help you out, and we're going to take care of this for you. So they're going to get all this stuff situated. And after that's done, I'll be able to go ahead and get the safety inspection done. And past that, we're going to go park it where now that's where the real build is going to come out. All this stuff around is going to come out. And we're going to do it right. But you know what? It's beautiful, and it's mine, and I love it. And I can't wait to get into it. You know what I mean? So I'm just here. I'm ready to get this thing going. And I'm excited to see where this is going to take us. We've been waiting a lot of months for this, about half a year, to be able to get to this point right here. So we'll be able to move this, and we'll be able to get things going. So I'm excited to see where it's happening, where this is going to be going in the next couple of months, because we have a lot of work to do. We're going to completely rip out the inside. Everything's going to be happening with this vehicle. And I know it doesn't look like a great vehicle right now, but you guys know how much work we've done to the drivetrain. This thing is going to get a complete overhaul. Looks great. It's the perfect sleeper right now. So anyway, keep on watching. Keep on seeing what we're doing. I know you guys like the old OBS style Fords. This thing is going to look absolutely incredible. It's got the old unique front to it. I mean, it's 1 year older than I am, but hey, that's the character I'm about. I'm not trying to get something brand new. I want to have something that I can care for, something that's like super amazing, completely build it out and have some character to it. This thing is going to look absolutely incredible. It's stellar already. I can't wait. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you guys keep on watching time and time again. Thank you so much for being patient while we've been trying to figure this whole thing out, because, man, we've been on hold got this almost a year ago, and now we're finally able to start doing the build out the way that we wanted to originally. So thank you for being patient. Let's get this going and just go on some adventures. I cannot wait. Bring this thing to a place where I can have a nice bonfire right outside my door. Yeah, get this going. And remember, if you're doing something and you're passionate about it and you want to have something specific, don't be scared. If you are madly in love with an old vehicle that you definitely want to make some memories with, don't be scared. I remember being 12 in my neighbor's driveway helping him work on a 1962 Ford farm truck. We had to wire in blinkers. We had to fit it with the diagram. I had to get into the engine compartment and just replace the carburetor. I had to replace the starters because I was small enough to fit in there. Big old hippie Dave didn't have the ability to do it, you know? So like, this is just a passion. And you know, if you want to keep on doing something like that, don't be scared to do it, right? Just live the life that you want to. It's not like we're going to get out of here alive or be able to take anything with us. So anyway, thanks y'all. Good to see you. I'll see you in the next one.